Good afternoon, everyone. I just thought I'd touch base with you and see how you're doing with defining your goals and purpose. So now I'm just going to do a bit of a walkthrough of the worksheet and to give you some ideas. So I'll use myself as an example, if that's okay. But before you start the worksheet, if you had a chance, it'd be a really good idea to see your baseline, to see where you're starting from, because this could give you some ideas for your goals, what you want to get to. So for me, my baseline, so my biggest issue is my walking. So at the moment, mentally great. My walking is pretty poor. I walk with two crutches. Well, I walk with none inside, but outside for longer distances, then I use two crutches. I can walk with one, but then I get a bit. My posture isn't very good. So for good posture, for the purposes of good posture, so I can stand up straight and have a good alignment and everything, then I use two crutches. And at the moment, I can walk probably 200 or 300 meters. So my aim in the next 2 months is to be able to walk further. And we want the goal to be as specific as possible. So I'm going to set myself the aim of walking to a coffee shop that's near me. So it's probably about 500 meters away. So that's my goal. So I can visualize going to the coffee shop and ordering a turmeric latte. So that's my goal. And I'm going to set myself the time area of the time limit, not limit, but the time goal of 2 months. And if I do that beforehand, that's great. Then I can extend it and just say, okay, where do I want to reach next? Or what do I want to do? Or maybe I want to reduce my use of crutches and maybe go to walking poles instead. So the goal is always, it's never an end point. It's just a stepping stone for where you want to get to next. Because my ultimate goal is to obviously walk without crutches or to walk unaided completely. So, but this is going to be a first step on that road. So yeah, don't think a goal is, because I think I saw others that are like, okay, I want to be symptom free, but think what does that mean first of all? So set yourself a goal that's achievable, and then when you do achieve it, I hope you will, then you can say, okay, what's next? What's next to take me to my longer goal, my bigger goal? Okay, so what other questions were they? So that's my baseline, and that's my goal. That's where I want to get to. And I've kind of like visualized that. And how I'm going to track this is how far I can walk. So I've got a little, just a little app on my phone which tracks how many meters I walk. So I can use that to see how much further I'm getting. And then when I do make it to my little coffee shop, then I can say, right, I might do a loop instead. So rather than just walking 500 meters to the coffee shop, I might take it on a longer loop. So then I can track that on my app. I forget what it's called at the moment, but I'll add that to the comments as well if you want to use something similar. And the next question is, what impact will this have on my life? Wow, it will give me a greater freedom, because at the moment I use a mobility scooter, which does give me freedom, but I don't like it. I'd prefer not to. So yeah, so I think it would give me greater freedom, a greater confidence when I go out, so that when I'm out with friends, that they're not worried about where I can go or how long I can stand or how far I can walk. So I can be more confident in going places and experiencing things without worrying about how many steps it is. And how will I feel when I achieve this? Well, I think I will be so happy with myself, and it will be a real treat for me because I'm skint at the moment, so I don't really treat myself to anything. So to go and actually buy a turmeric latte would be a real treat for me. So I think I'd be really pleased with myself. and I'd be really happy that I was out like having a turmeric latte. So that for me is quite a visual goal that I can really picture, and I can really imagine how I'd feel, like the sense of achievement and pride. So pride in myself, because if you've had a chance to watch some of the extra videos I put in, there's a video with David DeCento, and he talks about, rather than willpower, we should try and tap into 3 key areas that are really great motivators. And these are compassion, gratitude, and pride. I don't mean inflated pride. He was talking about like pride, genuine pride in something that you've worked hard for and you've achieved. So that kind of pride. So that would be, so feeling, so aiming to feel like that is a huge motivator for me. So maybe that's something you can think about and something you could apply to your own goals. And will you have that sense of pride? So maybe that could be a motivator for you. And is this within my own control? Absolutely, yes. Yes, it definitely is. And I just need to, I'm terrible for putting obstacles in my way, like, oh, it's not a good time, I don't have any energy, oh, I've just had a drink, I can't go out now because I've just had a drink. But yeah, but there are I can plan around that, so I can make it a priority, because I think in the last few years my priority has been my brain and studying. So now this year it's been more physical. So I've tried to take on more taking care of my physical body as well as my mind. So hopefully that's going to start paying off. Okay, so the next section is purpose, and I don't know if you saw, but I wasn't very well yesterday. So I spent a lot of time thinking about my purpose. So I've got loads of notes now that I've been writing down, and I've watched I'm a YouTube addict. So yeah, I've got loads of notes. Yeah, I'm a YouTube addict. So I was watching loads of YouTube clips on this about finding your life purpose, and there was a really good. I'll add the link again to the comments, but there was one guy that was like, okay, you to find your life purpose, there's 5 things, and we did talk about I did put in the worksheet about what values, so what your values are. And I think, oh, I'm trying to find in my notes now what I put my values were. So my main values, I think I'm going to find it here. So the values that I came up with that are important to me are health, obviously, integrity, and I'd put in with that authenticity, because I want people to be able to, I want you to be able to trust what I'm saying, and I want you to see that what all the things that I'm identifying and talking about, they were really important to me as well. So that's why I want to share them with you, so that you can benefit from the research I'm doing and the things that I'm saying. So that's really important to me. So being able to, compassion, yeah, that's a good value for me. So compassion, integrity, stroke authenticity, and health. They're my key values. And then this YouTube video I was watching, he also talked about identifying who you are or who you want to be, what you do or what you identify, so maybe your values, and who are you operating for, who do you do this for. So again, for me, this I kind of felt this was quite easy for me, because who I'm doing it for is MSers like you and like me, and I want to help people. What the need I'm fulfilling in other people, in yourself and myself, is the need to feel better, that life can be better, that we can get more enjoyment from our lives, that we can just, yeah, we can feel better and live more and feel MS less. That is my driving force, to help other people feel that, to help you feel that. And so yeah, that's my purpose. And so the other thing was, will the goal that I have, will that help me towards my purpose? Is that in line with my purpose? And you might not think so directly, but I do think it is, because by going through this process with you, then it's also I hope to inspire you and just show that, I'm on this journey with you, and that if I can get better, then so can you. I've had MS I've been diagnosed 11 years, and I had my first relapse 10 years prior to that. So you could almost say I've had MS for like 21 years. And if I can get better, you can too. And I genuinely believe that we can. If you want help defining your goals and purpose, download the Quick Start Guide below.